Hi, it's Kari Matthews of Prairie Quilting. Today we're working on my quilt Coffee Talk. The pattern is available through my website, prairiequilting.com. And today we're going to be working on this coffee cup block. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, for the coffee mug block, we are going to go ahead and start. We're going to put these pieces together here. All right. Okay, so we have that one side. I'm going to go ahead and put this other black rectangle on as well. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and press toward the black on this. And now we're going to sew that to this long red rectangle here. All right, we're going to go toward that big red rectangle. See, this coffee is the way I like my coffee. Lots of cream. Okay, so for the sides of the coffee mug, we need some of this, a couple cream squares here, and we're going to draw a diagonal line on them. Okay, and all this is in the pattern too. So we're going to lay one out that way. They're going to be going opposite directions, okay? Okay, and to sew this, we are sewing on that line. We're just a hair to the outside of it. Okay, and to the tops of these, we're going to go ahead and do a black square. Okay, so we're going to draw the diagonal line down the center of the black squares. And they are going to go parallel to the ones on the bottom, okay? So I don't know if you can see this. The line goes this way on both the top and the bottom here. And it goes the opposite here. So this way and this way. Let's sew on that line. Okay, so we are going to be doing some more of these flippy corners. So I'm just going to go ahead and draw the diagonal line on all of these, okay? Okay, so we have 4 of that kind of coffee color and 2 of these cream. Okay, so we have these strips that we did. We're going to trim on the outside of that line, okay? And make sure it's on the outside. I've done it the wrong way before and it's just no fun. It's a redo. So outside, not toward the inner rectangle. Okay, so away on the opposite side of that rectangle. Okay, so now we're gonna just go ahead and press toward the squares for both of these ends. So here we have these so far. Now we're going to take 2 of the coffee colored ones and we are going to be putting them so that they are parallel to those seams we've already sewn as well. Okay. All right. So we put those on the black and they're parallel to that black seam that we sewed. Okay. We'll sew on that line. Okay, and again, we're gonna just clip those excess to the outside off. And we are going toward that little coffee colored triangle. So this is the edge of our coffee cup and a little bit of our coffee. Okay, next, we're gonna work on, we're gonna make the other edges. Okay, so we have 2 cream that we have drawn the lines on, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and sew on the line for these as well. And I'm just going a hair to one side. Okay, so let's go ahead and just pick the one that you went closest to, okay? So now we have these coffee little bits as well. Okay, and we're gonna go put those parallel to what we have going here as well. Okay, and we'll go on the line for that. Okay, so now we're gonna trim on the outside of those little pieces. For pressing this, we're gonna actually go toward the cream. Okay, so now we're gonna connect these pieces here, okay? So for this one, these diagonal seams are gonna be nesting. Both of them will be. So we'll put a couple pins in both of those, okay? And these as well will nest. Okay, and you see what I'm saying? The diagonal seams, they're going opposite directions. You can feel it with your fingers. Sewing with my needle down. It helps with all these seams that are meeting. I'm going to press toward that top section. It just seems to want to lay that way. Okay, so now we need to put the main body of this coffee mug together, okay? And here we go. Let's go ahead and connect up one side. Okay, and this one, there's kind of a nesting place here and here as well. Okay. Okay. Okay, and we'll connect the other side of the coffee cup as well. So there is a spot here where they will nest, kind of. It's a straight seam and a diagonal seam, so not perfectly, but they should meet about here, 1/4 inch down, okay? Okay, and we're gonna go toward the center of the coffee mug. There's a little less bulk that direction. All right, there's the body of our mug. All right, so now we're gonna work with the handle here. We're gonna go ahead and draw diagonal lines again on 4 of these little cream squares. Flippy corners here. So we have 2 of this brown medallion and they're gonna go the same direction, okay? We'll sew on the line. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna take that other one and it's gonna go the opposite direction. So the lines will go like this, okay? Okay, so we're gonna trim on the outside of these as well for the top and the bottom of the handle. Okay, we're gonna press out toward those little cream squares, or cream triangles now, I guess. Let's just peel back those. There we go. All right, for the main section of the handle, we need 2 brown and 1 cream. The cream is the background color. All right, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing here. All right, and we're gonna press toward the brown. Okay, and now we'll go ahead and put the brown handles on the top and the bottom here. And we'll put this on the other side. right, let's go toward the rectangle. And the last thing for this handles is we need to put this cream on here. Okay, and we have this rectangle that we're going to put on the other side as well. All right, we're going to go toward the cream squares because there's just less bulk that way. Okay, and we'll connect this up to the main body of the cup here. Okay, I'm going to put a couple pins in just to kind of hold it in place. We're going to just press toward the body of that mug. And there is our coffee mug block. All right, our block is finished. I hope you had fun and I hope to see you soon for another project. Take care.